So, before we dive now into the details of the NXS when it comes to foiling, I would like to give you a little overview on what gear I rode in the intro video you saw. It was the 700 square centimeter vert foil on a 70 centimeter fuselage and a 190 square centimeter stabilizer with the 90 centimeter carbon mast. This setup is an amazing kite and wing foil, and I ride exactly that setup always when I'm on straps. When I'm riding strapless, I use the same board. It's always the 115 centimeter SLC, but when I'm riding without straps, I prefer the SLC foil on a 1000 square centimeter front wing and a 90 centimeter mast, or 92 centimeters, I'm not sure. So it's an aluminium mast. And this is the bar I rode. Stay where you are, my friend. Okay, I got it back. This is the bar I rode, and when I'm foiling, I'm riding the bar on a high V. For anything else, big air, freestyle, free ride, whatever, I'm riding the bar on a low V. The reason is because the kite becomes much softer on a high V, and this softness is helpful when you want to make it turn very fast or last second before falling down or whatever. And I've been riding the 13.5 square meter NXS. Well, this is what we want to talk about in this video. The NXS is a fusion of the Nexus, X-Lite and Section. As I mentioned already in my last video, which you hopefully already saw, where I tested the NXS for freestyle. And the thing about these three kites is they are all wave or round foil orientated, and wave and foiling is very similar when it comes to the needs of what a kite needs to do. So a good foil kite needs to be very fast in the loop. It needs to be very soft in the loop, but with a very continuous pull throughout the whole loop. And it needs to fly in very low wind and relaunch also in very low wind, because this is where you mainly foil. And these things is definitely what the NXS does very, very well. It's absolutely crazy. You saw it in the board off from the intro video, how I was able to it was 10 knots or something, to kind of break down through the landing and make the foil land very, very softly. What you didn't saw in the video was the kite. I did a landing loop with the kite, so I was able to land very softly and to not even really touch the surface of the water with the board. And this is those small details when it comes to foiling, which are really, really fun. So these things are much easier to do on the NXS than, for example, on a XR. The XR has a lot of pull, it has a lot of ground pull, and also in the loop it pulls massively. So when you want to loop it, it just pulls you off the foil, it yanks you off the foil. Especially when riding strapless, it's really annoying, because you're not able to choose the pressure you want to have precisely enough. So this is what the NXS is made for, and this is what you feel from the first second on. As well, it drifts very good. So when you're riding with the wind, it just doesn't fall down or backstall. It just drifts with you. And for example, when you're in very light wind, and especially on this foil, you make a jibe downwind, like you turn downwind, then you become very fast, faster than the wind actually is. And this kite just doesn't fall down. It just drifts with you. And once you're pointing in your new direction again, you just catch it up again and continue riding. And yeah, this is also very fun. I don't have the videos from it from the last session because we were shooting with a big lens and she was not able to zoom out enough. But I played around with that a lot, and it's yeah, it's very, very fun to kind of make the kite almost fall and then catch it back again and then do some turns and stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is what foiling is all about to me, this freedom, and this also, like when it comes to the angles you can ride, the courses you can ride and stuff, you just like all over the place. Yeah, and the last thing I think which is important with that kite is it goes very far to the wind window frame, and especially when jumping on a foil, because most people foil in light wind, it's important that the kite goes far to the wind window frame. So what you basically do is kind of cheating with the wind. You go upwind, you put the kite close to the Zenith. The more you go upwind, the more this kite shoots to the wind window frame and builds up a lot of power. Then you pull in the bar and pop out. So you have a very vertical takeoff. You don't fly far, but you fly high. And in 1 second, because there is only 10 knots, you realize that the wind was never there. It was only you riding very fast against the wind. And then the kite is still drifty enough to catch you back up and to make you land softly with a landing loop. Yeah, so I think the best way for you, of course, is to test both kites, the XR-X and the NXS. Also the Pace is interesting, but the Pace is somewhere in the middle, so the Pace is still a good foiling kite in my opinion. Not like the NXS, but it's still a good foiling kite. And yeah, to give them a test and to build your own opinion about it. In my opinion, it's a complete different level if you would compare it with the XR-X. And it's just a whole lot of fun to foil on the NXS. So I tested it for kite freestyle, kite foiling. The only thing I haven't been testing it was in the waves. I'm not very often in the waves due to the spots I'm riding at. But yeah, if you have tested in the waves, I would be very interested about your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you soon again. Peace!